What if I told you that you're leaving a ton of money on the table just because of your stinking proposals? Well, I'm excited for this Tools of the Trade lesson because today, Charley Goldberg from Ingage is here to talk to us about how using their tool, you can close more deals, deliver better customer experiences, and ultimately make more money. Enjoy the lesson. Hey everyone, welcome back to another Contractor Success Academy lesson. Today's lesson is actually a Tools of the Trade episode, and we're talking with Charley Goldberg from Ingage. Charley, thank you for being here today.
Hey Mark, thanks for having me. Really excited to be here.
Awesome. Well, it's good to have you. Charley, today we're going to be talking about building confidence in sales teams to close more deals. Now, I'm pretty sure, like you, that most companies want to close more deals. So excited about the topic and more importantly, excited to see what Ingage can do. I know you guys are doing awesome things in the industry. So thanks again for being here, Charley. Can you just take a quick minute or two and give us a rundown on who you are and what you do at Ingage?
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, everybody. I'm Charley Goldberg. I'm the senior sales lead here at Ingage. I've been working at Ingage for about 8 years now, and really where we've been focused is helping companies in the finance, tech, medical, real estate, anybody who's talking to a customer, figure out how to make a top performing sales team. And more recently, over the last 3 years, my focus has been in the home services space, helping companies build these teams and create professional presentations that are really going to build confidence and help everybody close more deals. I'm based out of New York City, big Yankee fan, and more recently, an avid biker and bike commuter now.
Okay, nice. Why is that more recently? You never biked before, or now you have no choice but to kind of bike, or?
A little bit of both, but I thankfully avoid the subway. It's kind of nice to get out, and I'm close enough where I can take a short bike ride, which is a good change of pace.
Yeah, absolutely. Good stuff. Well, great. So Charley, I know, Ingage is an awesome product. I've seen it firsthand. I've seen customers using it. Every product typically, originates from somebody trying to solve an issue, right? So what would you say is kind of the main problem that Ingage aims to solve, if you had to kind of summarize it for us?
Yeah. So we understand that off-brand and out-of-date presentations really leave your sales reps unprepared. And what Ingage does is it gives your team the presentations and also the confidence to close more deals. And it's a constant struggle, not only in this industry, but anybody looking to get engaging content together, where to find that, how to organize it, and how to keep it up to date is a constant struggle for more people than you would believe. And what we've put together here is really the ability to gain that confidence, quickly build a really professional presentation that has navigation that follows your sales process, really gives your reps the fluidness and the confidence to go through that presentation. But also, more importantly, you want that professional look and feel, and you want to stand out. So what's the interactivity that can really accelerate that sale and have that conversation with a customer that's going to lead you guys to close more deals? And that's really what we've put together as a platform to help you guys build a top performing sales team with professional sales content.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Yeah, I like that. And you guys, I know this past year, I was talking with a couple other people there at Ingage. I know you guys have seen tremendous growth. A lot of people are making that shift to kind of digital transformation, trying to just adapt to, the current kind of situation that we're all in. I'm sure that, has had an impact for you guys, but you touched on a couple different verticals in the home improvement space specifically. Can you share, some of the types of businesses that you guys are helping and what it is specifically about Ingage that they love so much?
Yeah, absolutely. So here's a look at just a small subset of some of our customers that we work with. And what you'll notice here is we work at the manufacturer level. So manufacturers are looking to provide their dealer network and their franchise network really powerful tools that they can get selling immediately and keep that marketing message up to date. But you'll also see that we work directly with contractors and residential remodelers, replacement remodelers, and design build companies. And just like I was mentioning before, it's a similar problem across the industry in finding this engaging content, keeping it up to date, and really having the content that's going to help you close more deals. And that ranges from big companies with huge marketing teams down to a company with 5 to 10 sales reps or the individual design builder. Everybody would love to have a professional presentation that helps them connect to their customer and sell more business. And that doesn't matter if you guys are selling windows, roofing, remodeling kitchens, or manufacture a franchise network. This professional content is what's going to help you stand out, train your team, give them the confidence to go to work and talk with your potential customers every day. And as a result of that, there's over 100,000 presentations delivered on Ingage each and every month in the home improvement space. Nice.
That's cool. I'm seeing a lot of big brands, big names up there. So it's good to hear. I'm sure some of the people listening, if you're not one of these massive companies, maybe you're a small dealer or just an independent contractor and you're kind of struggling, big companies are faced with the same challenges. So that is nice to hear. Are you, Charley, I'm sure from where you sit, you've got a lens into what a lot of these businesses are doing. Are there commonalities or things that you see super successful businesses, things that they're doing that could be leveraged?
Yeah. So I think that leads right into where we can start to talk about the transformation that all companies of all shapes and sizes are starting to go through. Mm-hmm. Now, like I mentioned, if you're an individual looking to step up your game and grow your business, or you're an existing business looking to stand out from the crowd, a lot of companies are shifting to what we're calling digital transformation of their sales process. And what that really means is moving away from the outdated, not very engaging sales materials and moving toward a system that tells your story better.
Charley, sorry to interrupt there, but outdated, not very techy, proposals. What does that look like? Are we talking carbon paper with, chicken scratch writing?
Yeah, I think what we're seeing is there was a phase of paper. Yeah. There was also a phase of, hey, I don't even need a sales presentation. But now what we're seeing is the customers are looking for a different experience in the home or online. Wherever you're meeting your customers, they want to be engaged. They want to visualize and understand the products and services that you can bring. And by putting together a interactive sales presentation, and we'll show you some examples of what that can look like, it really helps you connect with those customers better. There was a phase of PowerPoint. So a lot of people are using Keynote or PowerPoint. But more recently, you've equipped your team with computers or laptops or tablets. And how can you leverage those tools so that you can be more successful in the home and really be the forward-thinking, top-tier sales team and organization that your customers want you to be? And you have those reviews, you have the experience, and how can you convey that visually using the devices that you've already equipped your team or thinking about equipping your team with and just haven't pulled the trigger yet?
Right.
I think with that, I'd love to show everybody a little bit more about the software, how this works, and then dive into an example and help everybody understand really how you get set up with a system like this.
Yeah, for sure. Let's do it.
Okay. So what does an interactive professional sales presentation look like? Now, what you're seeing here is just a clip of some templates that we've helped the customers put together using before and after photos, videos, pop-ups to show color swaps and product options, really robust navigation so I can have sections that I can easily and fluidly go throughout the presentation. And of course, videos inside of your presentation. So thinking about this as the one-stop place to really enhance your sales material, to showcase everything that you would talk about in the sales process, from your products to who you are as a company, to what installation and process you guys through, all in one place in this much more professional and visual presentation than your standard PowerPoint that you might be used to with a lot of bullets and text. Now, I'm going to show you how easy it is to put one of these together, but I also want to talk about the other side of digital transformation that a lot of companies are starting to leverage. And behind this presentation are some tools that your team is going to be able to leverage to help grow your business. The first thing that I'd like to highlight is, are you thinking about the analytics and how your team or how you use these presentations with your customers? Now, the companies that are already out there doing this are thinking about who's using the presentations. How long are they using them for? What time of day? What pages, what sections are most popular? And when you start to gather this information, not only is it a powerful training tool for your team, but now you have the insights into what people are doing out there in the field in front of your customers. And this helps you develop new material. It helps you become a better trainer, and it helps you get more people up to speed faster when developing this content for your team.
Yeah, this is amazing. And you're talking to a marketer. So when I see anything that has to do with data, I mean, I love it. Just the notion of being able to see, how much time people are spending on certain sections of a presentation, like you say, nice training tool, and also good to understand what people are most interested in.
Yeah. Now, a lot of people struggle with maintaining and keeping their materials up to date. And so I would challenge everybody to make sure that when your team is meeting with a customer, no matter who it is, how easy it is for them to log on to an app, get access to the latest materials they need to close that deal, and always ensure it's offline so they're not fumbling with Wi-Fi connections or spotty cell service. So a system like this gives you the instant accessibility to deploy content to your team. So no one's on an old version. Nobody's using outdated materials, and you guys get to share the latest information, which in the end is going to help your customers work with you and understand who you are. You certainly don't want them working with materials that are no longer valid. Now, this is a really powerful way to get this into the hands of your customers. Now, what Ingage actually can help you do is continue the conversation, either with rehashing leads, thinking about closed loss deals. And I would think about, what are you providing those customers before, after, or even during those meetings? Now, Ingage actually, not only can I present this to you face-to-face, Mark, but if I needed to send you or a customer that I'm talking to some digital materials, you can actually share these presentations with customers directly. And that gives that customer the ability to maybe look at it on their phone, on their iPad, send it out to a family member. It becomes a really powerful tool to not only pitch to your customers in person, but what are you giving them before meetings, after meetings, posting the social, thinking about this, you're going to move into this new digital transformation. Think about the materials that are paper and how you could start to digitalize those as well for maybe a leave behind or a brochure as well. Now, let's show you how easy it is to put this content together. I'm going to go back, and what I have here is a presentation template with a couple of example pages. So you likely have maybe some images, maybe you have content from a manufacturer site, an existing PowerPoint, and you're looking to figure out, how do I take that and really make it more professional than what I've accomplished today? So our goal is to make it really easy to do that and showcase who you are, your services that you offer, without thinking too much about design. And so I'm going to go into just a couple pages I have here inside of my Ingage presentation template. And I have a couple of images and videos that I have just stored on my device. This particular page is what we call a gallery page. So maybe you want to showcase different jobs you guys have completed. And it's as simple as just taking a couple photos that you have access to. I'm going to pull these window photos I have, and I'm just going to drop them into this page. And really quickly, I added some photos, really easy to drag and drop this. And without much design experience on my end, I can create some really professional looking sales material. And what we'd encourage you to do inside your presentation, I can't tell you how many 100-page PowerPoints I've seen, is give the ability of your rep or yourself to dive deeper into a component of your business or a solution you're offering. Now, how you do that is what we call points of interest. So I'm just going to take a media button, which is a great way. Maybe you want to showcase a series of photos or a video. I'm just going to bring this over to an area of the presentation page. Customers interested in learning about this window we offer, I'm going to say it's a double hung, and I'll just drop that window in there. And now, without much design work, I've created a really beautiful page. And now I've added some interactivity where I can dive deeper into the presentation and showcase some styles, some options, maybe an installation video. So really, you're enabling yourself to talk about your products and services, maintaining a professional look inside of the sales presentation, but still having everything accessible with just a tap. And that's just one example of some of the things that can be accomplished. And we want you to think differently than what you're doing today. So maybe you have really great before and after photos, or the next job that you guys consider doing, take a before and after photo. You could even do that with your cell phone. So maybe I've done a bathroom remodel recently. So I'm going to take a before photo. I'm going to take this after photo. And just like that, I've created a really nice interactivity in the presentation. No coding, no work, just drag and drop some images. And we've actually found that people make presentations just with this feature alone so that they can organize their photos really well when they're having a conversation as to the types of work they do with their customers.
Yeah, I think this is super powerful because people struggle to come up with what they want the end product to look like, so they have tendency to go look at images, but to actually see, hey, this was it before, this is it after. This is a really neat interactive way of kind of displaying that. I could definitely see how that's powerful. And even the feature before, the points of interest, I can see that, alleviating people from having to just kind of swipe for days up and down an iPad or a phone or whatever, that's really neat.
Yeah. And if you're thinking about including videos, that's a really powerful tool to have. Whether you're showing installation, maybe you've recorded a customer testimonial, you can start to consider what types of video would be helpful to have when you're talking with a customer. And it's as simple as just bringing those videos right inside of your presentation like that and having them accessible. If you're doing something more process related, we've actually found that instead of playing the video for the customer, we're going to give you a tool to scrub through that video kind of step by step. And Mark, if something's complicated or a customer has a question, this kind of gives me the ability to pause, talk about this part of the process and go through that. And instead of writing out bullet points, something as simple as this can transform a conversation with a customer. So you've seen pretty quickly, I put together a couple pages, I added in some nice interactivity, and this is ready to go. And so I could either share this out with customers, I could post it to the web and start developing that material, or if my sales team is going to use it, all I need to do is select the team and I'll have them have access instantly. So a really easy way, start building out content, introducing your brand, your products, and then sending it out to your team to get started. Now, I'm no designer. And we only had a couple of minutes to do this. So I just want to show you really what this could look like, when you have the opportunity to dive in and start putting your own content together. So, really beautiful page layouts. How can you utilize some of that interactivity? Maybe you want to showcase design. So I could tap on that button. I could bring up a series of photos of some jobs that have been completed, all really nice, organized with just a tap. You could, of course, introduce video into your presentation, talk about your team. Let's show who our team is and how we work together. Maybe some nice before and afters, and even diving in deeper. So here's the different types of work we've done in that photo. And so you can see I have the ability to talk about these things, or I can talk about it at a high level. I know customers interested in new cabinets being installed. So I can tap on that and talk about our experience there. And just like you're seeing, I can swipe through the presentation. I also have sections along the bottom. So maybe I need to jump to some customer testimonials of some jobs completed in the area. So I could jump around. Maybe I want to showcase the areas we've done jobs in. So I could bring up a nice map. Here's different areas of the neighborhood that we work in. All really just a tap away and easily navigated throughout the presentation.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome software, Charlie. And you say you're not a designer. I'm sure a lot of people watching this are thinking the same thing. And that was my concern in the beginning. You're looking at this beautifully polished presentation that looks awesome, and you're thinking, okay, who's gonna build this for us? But then watching you kind of navigate the app, it doesn't look too complex at all. And I know our contractors we work with, they're doing some pretty sophisticated stuff. So I'm sure they can figure this out. But, if somebody did want to move forward with you guys, can you kind of walk me through what that sort of looks like? What does onboarding look like? How long should people expect to have something like this, implemented? Give me some details on that if you can.
Yeah, absolutely. So every customer that we work with gets a series of sessions with our customer success and design team. And so in advance of getting started, we'd encourage you to gather the assets, the branding elements, your current presentations, and any new ideas that maybe you or your sales team is considering. And that first meeting is really where we work together one-on-one to understand what your goals are, what you're currently using, and what you'd like to see out of a solution like this. You then take that information, that knowledge of how to use this, and start creating your first presentation, whether it's a company overview, maybe a product presentation, maybe a marketing piece. And then you leverage our team for the remainder of sessions to review that content, show you really unique ways to think differently than how you're doing it today. And also, having worked and so much experience in the home services industry, we could show you how other people are successful leveraging, their window styles and options, or how they're showing installation to really ensure that you guys can deliver a presentation that's going to help you close more deals in the end. And once that's ready to go, share it out with your team. They'll download the app, and you begin to start to measure and understand the performance of those new sales presentations that you've created.
Nice. Yeah. Cool. Looks pretty simple. And without getting into all the investment details, just have an understanding as to how this is sold. Is it one license? Is it sold based on the size of your sales team? Like, what does that look like?
Yeah. So it's a annual license cost based on the number of salespeople that you have on your team.
Right. Okay, cool. Well, that's great, Charlie. I mean, I think this is clearly something that can help on many, many different levels, increase closing. I can see it as being something that takes, mediocre salespeople and gives them that extra edge that they might be missing to become better, potentially shorten sales cycles, maybe the amount of time that people have to spend in front of a homeowner. I think that the elevating the perception of your brand. I mean, there's a lot of nice benefits to this. I think this is really awesome. Next steps for people, if people want to dig a little bit deeper, who do they contact? You just go to their website. Where do we send them?
Yeah. So we'd love to see if we could be a good fit for you and your business. Head to our website, engage.io. Right up there at the top, you'll see the ability to get a demo where we'll meet. We'll see if we could be a good fit. We'll show you all the ins and outs of the software and how we'd help you get started. And we can go from there.
Amazing. Well, thank you very much, Charlie. This presentation was fantastic, very visual, highly engaging. So hopefully people reach out, get in contact with you guys. This is an awesome product. Thanks again, everyone, for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Tools of the Trade. Cheers.